Hello, everyone. Happy Father's Day to the fathers out there. Hope everybody is doing well. Um, I'd like to spend some time today talking about generosity. Um, so, in Tibetan Buddhism, there's something called the six paramitas, which the word paramita means perfection. And hello, Susan. And the six paramitas are a way to they're like a framework to live our lives. So I'm going to start going through the six paramitas. Today I'm just going to do one, so this will be fairly quick, maybe 10-15 minutes. um, the first paramita is generosity, and just to touch on what the six paramitas are, generosity is the first one. Moral discipline is the second one, which is like, you know, doing the right thing. The third is diligence, which is also called joyful effort. The fourth is meditative concentration. Um, the fifth, I'm sorry, did I skip patience? So generosity, moral discipline. The third is patience, which is enduring challenges and difficulty. The fourth is diligence. The fifth is meditative concentration. And then the sixth is what we call wisdom, which is the study of dependent origination, also known as emptiness. But anyway, to talk about generosity today, um, first of all, before we get into generosity, to talk about Buddhist karma, a lot of Western people have heard the term karma, and they think I often see it used in a punitive way, right? Oh, you're going to get your karma. It's not really supposed to be about revenge. That's not really what karma is about. Karma is, if you want to live a happy life, you have to create the causes for happiness, right? As an example, if an alcoholic wants to be happy, most likely they need to eliminate the cause for their unhappiness, which alcohol plays a major role in. Um, if a person is engaging in actions that create and produce the causes for unhappiness, then they're going to be unhappy. So, karma, cause and effect is anything that we think, say, or do plants a seed that becomes a cause for a future effect. So anything we think, say, or do becomes a cause for a future effect. Now, if you want happiness, you must create the causes for happiness. The beautiful thing is, if you're unhappy now, you can change that. You can create the causes for happiness. So we can stop creating the causes for unhappiness, sadness, and suffering, and we can create the causes for happiness. Now, the six paramitas are the six perfections. What I really love about the six paramitas is that they make us happy. So the person doing the six paramitas, the person engaging in generosity, becomes happier. Okay. The person receiving the act of generosity becomes happier. It's a win-win. You cannot lose when you practice these blueprints for happiness. So, um, to talk about generosity, Tibetans are big on lists. Actually, all Buddhists are big on lists. It started in India. Buddhism started in India about 2,600 years ago. And the Buddha was very meticulous, very detail oriented, and there are many, many lists. So us practitioners of Buddhism often laugh about the excessive lists. And I mean, there are some very excessive lists. So it's kind of funny. There's three types of generosity. There's material generosity, that's number one. There is giving away the Dharma, that's number two. And there is giving away fearlessness, which is number three. If you're like me, you'll forget things that you don't have some kind of mechanism to help you remember. So I like to create acronyms. So if you want to say MD, MDF, like material generosity, M, giving away the Dharma is D, F is giving away fearlessness. So MDF, like Mike Delta Fox. MDF. Those are the three types of generosity. Material generosity is pretty straightforward. It's giving away material items. There's a couple things to talk about when we give something away, whether it's material generosity or any type of generosity. We should give with no expectation of receiving anything back. So, and that's giving with a pure heart. When we give something away without the expectation of receiving something back, that is considered to be pure generosity. The other thing is, if we give with the motivation of what's called bodhicitta, bodhicitta is the wish to become a Buddha in order to benefit all sentient beings. So if we give something away that's based on bodhicitta, then it's excessively beneficial for us and the recipient. By the way, I'm taking these generosity points that I'm sharing with you from a book called Liberation in the Palm of Your Hand, written by the master Pabonka Rinpoche. I think it's Pabonka Rinpoche, Rinpoche. Liberation in the Palm of Your Hand by Pabonka Rinpoche. Now, material generosity, I'm going to read a small quote. If your generosity is motivated by bodhicitta, then you're giving a morsel of food or a little clean barley flour to beggars, the poor, and so on, or even worms and ants, would be a true practice of generosity and a deed of a child of the victorious ones. So in other words, if you give based on bodhicitta, it's extremely helpful for you producing the causes for your own happiness. Of course, that's not really the reason you do it. You do it because you genuinely, in your heart, you want to help others, right? So number one was material generosity. That's the M in MDF. Number two, giving the Dharma, which is what I'm doing now. I'm sharing the Dharma with you. Giving the Dharma is the best type of generosity. So if there's any type of generosity that you want to engage in that's going to do the most good, it would be giving the Dharma. And here's what's beautiful is once you start to learn the Buddha's teachings, the Dharma is the Buddha's teachings, okay? Once you start to learn the Buddha's teachings, then you can give them away formally and informally. Formally would be kind of like what I'm doing now. I'm sharing some Dharma with you. Actually, you could argue this is informal because I just came on Facebook Live and started giving it away. Maybe a better example of a formal process of generosity would be a teacher or a lama or a guru, in front of a big crowd giving the Dharma. That would be more formal. Whereas an informal thing is like this. I'm hopping into Facebook Live and I'm sharing the Dharma with you. What was I going to say? Um, oh yeah, informally, another beautiful way to do this is, and I'm going to read a quote from the Liberation in the Palm of Your Hand book. It says, being generous with the Dharma does not just mean teaching it formally. It could also mean using your conversation and so forth as a direct or indirect means of leading others to the Dharma. So, for example, let's say that you've learned a little bit about generosity and your friend is complaining about paying taxes. Uh, a lot of people dislike paying taxes, but there's a wonderful master by the name of Garchen Rinpoche, and he said, everything you do can become generosity if you use your mind in the appropriate way. For example, you buy anything. Let's say you buy a cup of coffee, or you stay in a hotel, or you pay your taxes to the government. You could think about the benefits that are produced when you engage in these acts of giving, even buying a cup of coffee. You go and buy a cup of coffee at Starbucks. You could think about the fact that buying that cup of coffee is keeping people employed. It's benefiting the person at the cash register. It's benefiting all the people that work at that Starbucks. It's benefiting the corporate Starbucks company. It's benefiting the county or city that Starbucks is located in because they make taxes off of Starbucks. It's benefiting you because you can study. You can be awake and study the Dharma. So there's this mentality that, and I learned this from listening to Garchen Rinpoche and one of his students, Kempo Samdup. He runs the Ohio Gar Drolma Buddhist Center. And I really like how they teach, the act of really this is love, which is wishing for others to be happy, is going throughout your daily activities. Any act of making a purchase or giving anything away, you can start to think about how it benefits others and even wish for it to benefit others. Okay. So again, um, the first type of generosity is material generosity, which is giving things to others. The second type of generosity is the Dharma. So if you want an acronym to help you remember it, MDF, the third generosity. I'll get to the F, but the M is material generosity. It's giving things away with no wish for anything in return. And if you do it based on bodhicitta, which is the wish to become a Buddha to benefit all beings, it will enhance and increase the weight of the positive karma you're producing. Secondly, giving away the Dharma. This is the best type of generosity because you can literally benefit other living beings through eternity, because in Buddhism, we believe in reincarnation. So if you give something to somebody that can help them, it may very well help them for 100 future lifetimes. Okay. So that's material generosity and giving the Dharma. The third type of generosity is called giving others fearlessness. You can think of this, if you want to, as saving others. So freeing prisoners, freeing animals from slaughter, saving a bug from drowning, rescuing a bug from your house and putting them outside. Here's one of my favorites: becoming a vegetarian or even a vegan for the benefit of the animals that you're not going to consume. That's a beautiful form of generosity, because every time you eat, you can think about, oh, I'm taking in this fruit or I'm eating these plant-based foods, and it's benefiting infinite other sentient beings. By the way, one ironic thing about vegetarianism and veganism is the fact that when you participate in that type of generosity, it benefits the beings that you're not eating, and it benefits your own health. You become more healthy because you're not taking in cholesterol. Heart disease is the leading killer of Americans, if I'm not mistaken. Cholesterol plays a major factor in that. Okay. So anyway, freeing these other living beings from fear and giving them fearlessness is really a beautiful form of generosity. One other thing I want to touch on: if you want to start generosity right now, you can do these three types of generosity that I've shared: material generosity, giving the Dharma, and giving fearlessness. But you can even practice generosity by visualizing it. So one of the things that the Buddhists, and specifically Tibetan Buddhism, is kind of big on is visualizing all types of generosity. If you want to visualize a really beautiful type of generosity, you can visualize yourself making offerings to the Buddha and the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. You can visualize yourself making offerings to the gurus and the teachers who are so kind to give us these teachings that will benefit us for infinite lifetimes. So visualizing generosity is extremely helpful, because it will condition our minds so that we are more apt and more inclined to just give habitually. There's a practice in Tibetan Buddhism called Tonglen. Tong means giving, if I'm not mistaken. Len means taking. When you practice Tonglen, you visualize yourself giving away all of your belongings, all of your wealth, your house, all your material items. You visualize giving those away, and you visualize that all living beings get a set of your belongings. You give away your body in this visualization. Visualize yourself giving away your body, and just imagine that you give away one copy of your body to every living being, every single living being, from the smallest bacteria or insect or bug up to the largest mammal, like a whale, for example. So when we visualize giving in the Tonglen, we visualize ourselves giving away all of these items. And by doing such a visualization, it helps us because we become more inclined to give things away. It becomes second nature. So, and then when we visualize taking, if you'd like to try this, You visualize taking away all the suffering of other sentient beings. You visualize taking their suffering and the causes of their suffering. And there's plenty of teachings out there on how to do Tonglen, but essentially, you do these visualizations, and then as you get more familiar, you can actually do the Tonglen where it rides your breath out and in. On the out breath, you visualize your breath as white light going out to the body of every living being, and as you breathe out that white light, it's giving them your body, your wealth, and your roots of virtue. Roots of virtue are all your good karma. So when you do this Tonglen, it creates a seriously heavy amount of positive merit for you because you're planting these seeds in your mind of generosity, and the body it's taught that the body follows the mind like a shadow following an object. Okay, so the more that we practice visualizing and thinking about generosity, the more we're going to actually do generous deeds. So it's very beneficial if you increase your thoughts of giving with visualizations and contemplations of the benefits of giving. And by doing so, eventually giving will become second nature for you. So the more you think about giving, the more you visualize it, the more it's going to benefit you. By the way, take joy in these thoughts as you think about the benefits of giving, as you actually participate in generosity. Take joy in that because it's beautiful. It's a physical manifestation of love. When we are giving generosity, it's the most pure form of love because we're doing it in order to benefit others. And again, you don't have to have money to practice generosity. The three types of generosity, just to review, according to Pabonka Rinpoche's Liberation in the Palm of Your Hand, the three types of generosity: M for material generosity, D for the Dharma, giving the Dharma, F for giving fearlessness, which is rescuing animals, rescuing bugs, practicing vegetarianism. That's kind of the one I'm talking about now. One other thing that I want to underscore, and this is very important: we must give wisely. Do not give a weapon to a suicidal person. It's going to harm them and it's going to create negative karma for you. Do not give alcohol to an alcoholic. In fact, you might argue don't give alcohol to anybody because it's not really very beneficial. Um, be thoughtful about what you're giving and make sure that above all, the objective in your heart and the motivation that conditions that act is to make others happy, to benefit others. Okay. So those are the three types of generosity. I really believe that when you think about the state of the world right now, these teachings need to get out. Okay. If you feel like sharing it on Facebook, please share this teaching and share any Dharma or any teachings of love, compassion, kindness, anything like that that you can put out there. Let's all get together and do that because the world right now is on fire. It's on fire with hatred, selfishness, anger, lust. I mean, there's a fire of evil and hatred in this world right now. And if we don't do it, who else is going to? If we don't take acts to share love, compassion, bodhicitta, kindness, who's going to do it? Nobody's going to do it if we don't. So we really must. Uh, Sange, very funny story. 4 or 5 years ago, I was on a Facebook Live doing a live talk, and a friend of mine from Nepal named Lama Doondup said, "Hey brother, you're spinning the prayer wheel the wrong way." And I said, "Thank you. I'm not spinning it the wrong way. It's actually counterclockwise. It appears to be, I'm sorry, I'm spinning it clockwise, but it appears to be counterclockwise." So maybe that's a teaching on illusions. It's teaching us the elusive nature of appearances. The camera, for some reason, makes it look backwards. So, but thank you for asking. And certainly it's clockwise. Um, so yes, please let us participate. Just one last review: the three types of generosity. or material generosity, which is just giving material goods, giving the Dharma. So D for Dharma, which is the best type of generosity. And then F, as in Frank, for fearlessness, giving fearlessness, which would be saving lives, saving a bug from drowning in water, becoming a vegetarian for a day, if you can. Say, I want to make a vow to be a vegetarian today to benefit those animals that I would otherwise eat. And then maybe you'll surprise yourself and you can do that one day a week. And then maybe eventually you become a full vegetarian vegan to help all animals. And there are a lot of ways that you can start to do these acts of generosity. One of the best is, as I mentioned earlier, visualizing yourself giving away material goods. You could also visualize yourself giving away Dharma teachings. You could visualize yourself giving away fearlessness, like we talked about, rescuing prisoners from jail. There are a lot of innocent people in jail in America, especially people in the inner city who maybe do not have the means for proper legal counsel. You could argue that a lot of our inner city criminal justice systems are broken, corrupt, and unjust. So you could visualize yourself being a top-notch attorney and saving all of these innocent people from unjust imprisonment. So there's a lot of things that you can envision and use your power of visualization to practice generosity. Okay. So before I stop, does anybody have comments or questions? I think that about sums up the. I wanted to start by covering these 6 paramitas and just doing one at a time. So this is intentionally somewhat short. But any questions or comments before I hit the finish button? Okay. Oh, one more thing. When you do any positive act in life, the Tibetans are very ingenious about something called dedicating the merit. So every time we finish prayers in Tibetan Buddhism, we finish meditation, we finish really any positive act that you do for anybody, you can dedicate the merit. And what dedicate the merit means is you acknowledge, I just did something beneficial. I just practiced generosity, or um, I just practiced generosity, or did my prayers, or I did meditation, and I'm now going to dedicate the merit to all living beings, with the hope that the merit that I just accumulated brings them all to Buddhahood. Sangye, let's do some mantra together. How about Medicine Buddha? That's an open. Or Chenrezig on Mani Padme Hung. What would you like to do? I'm totally open to whatever. Maybe we'll do some Medicine Buddha for all of the beings that are right now sick, suffering, sad, lonely. Okay, we'll do a couple Medicine Buddha mantras. The Medicine Buddha mantra is Teata Om Bekenze Bekenze Maha Bekenze Bekenze Radza Samogate Soha. Okay, and it's an open practice, which means that technically people can practice it without an empowerment. Of course, an empowerment from a master is always suggested, but there's a lot of benefit to saying this mantra and visualizing the Medicine Buddha, and hoping to rescue and save all beings. So let us we'll say a couple mantras together. Theata Om Bekenze Bekenze Maha Bekenze Bekenze Radza Samogate Soha. Theata Om Bekenze Bekenze Maha Bekenze Bekenze Radza Samogate Soha. Theata Om Bekenze Bekenze Maha Bekenze Bekenze Radza Samogate Soha. Theata Om Bekenze Bekenze
Mahabekanze, Bekanze, Raja Samugate So, Deyata Om Bekanze, Bekanze, Mahabekanze, Bekanze, Raja Samugate So, Deyata Om Bekanze, Bekanze, Mahabekanze, Bekanze, Raja Samugate Soha, Deyata Om Bekanze, Bekanze, Mahabekanze, Bekanze, Raja Samugate Soha, Deyata Om Bekanze, Bekanze, Mahabekanze, Bekanze, Raja Samugate Soha, Deyata Om Bekanze, Bekanze, Mahabekanze, Bekanze, Raja Samugate Soha, Deyata Om Bekanze, Bekanze, Mahabekanze, Bekanze, Raja Samugate Soha, Deyata Om Bekanze, Bekanze, Mahabekanze, Bekanze, Raja Samugate Soha, Deyata Om Bekanze, Bekanze, Mahabekanze, Bekanze, Raja Samugate Soha. Om Bekanze, Bekanze, Mahabekanze, Raja Samugate Soha, Om Bekanze, Bekanze, Mahabekanze, Raja Samugate Soha, Om Bekanze, Bekanze, Mahabekanze, Raja Samugate Soha, Om Bekanze. Okay. Thank you, Sange, for making that suggestion. How beautiful. Well, I think that concludes my short teaching on generosity, which is the first paramita. Soon I will share the next paramita, which is ethical discipline. After that, we'll do patience, and then we'll do diligence, then we'll do concentration, and then lastly, we'll do wisdom. So may all beings benefit as a result of this short Dharma teaching. I'd like to dedicate the merit to all sentient beings. May every sentient being, as a result of this practice, become a fully enlightened Buddha. May all of their suffering be completely eradicated, and may their minds be imbued with bodhicitta, love, compassion, generosity, patience, and all good qualities. So, as a result of this practice, I'd like to dedicate the merit to all these living beings, and please may they become Buddhas. Okay, bye everybody. Sending love. Please have a wonderful Father's Day, and take care. Okay, bye-bye.